Hey, what's up everyone? We're going to do a follow-up here on the Crest brainstorm. So it's been about a week and a half now, maybe 10 days since we talked about these guys. And there's been some craziness in the market. There were some nice fluctuations when people bought them all up and people were wondering, should I sell? Should I sell? Well, I discussed this in the initial video. The time to sell these guys is when the boxes go away, the flashy racing kits. So we've gained some more information since then. Scapes has posted that Tryon loves these flashing racing kits because they are making a shit ton of money on them. So they're going to bring them back as soon as possible. But they are going away as planned, like their XL and Tryon World's initial plan. But they will be bringing these boxes back, which is bad news for us as investors of these Crest brainstorms. And he said he wants to bring them back as soon as possible. So again, that is bad news for us. So what that's going to mean is there's going to be a small window of opportunity to actually sell your Crest brainstorms. They're not going to really be able to push all the way up to, like, say, the 20 or 30 gold per per Crest brainstorm, like potentially was available before, like all the other 300 credit items. So what I suggest now is that if you need money, you're going to sell these bits, one by one kind of thing, around the 5 to 10 gold mark. You should be able to hold out and get anywhere between 10 to 15 gold. And once you see prices anywhere in that range, like 5 gold to 15 gold per Crest brainstorm, I would put some up on the auction house and try and sell a few. These are going to be fairly difficult to move a whole bunch. You're not going to be able to sell like 100 in a stack. You're going to want to put these up in stacks of like 2 or 3, maybe one at a time, and sell them like that. But yeah, so my price point now, what I would recommend you guys to sell things, would be around 5 to 15 gold. And again, it's going to change depending on your servers. So I know some servers still, their price point right now is still like roughly 5 gold per Crest brainstorm. You can see we are on the Enla Taiyang server cluster right now with Olo, and they're roughly around 3 gold each right now, 2 to 3 gold. So it's still fairly cheap. If you did sell them at, like, say 7 or 8 gold, you're making 2 or 3 times your money, which is definitely a good investment, especially if you only have to hold on to them for a few weeks, or a few days. Whereas, like, in the last couple days, we've seen jumps all the way up to like 15 or so. You can see here there's not many on the auction house. So if someone were to come and do a whole big project, he would buy up a couple of these, and then it'd be all gone. So, definitely it does pay to actually just put 1 or 2 on the auction house every so often. Put them up there for like 5 or 6 gold, depending on. Because again, as someone sells everything, if someone were to come up and buy all these, then it would just be, 1 left, and it'd only be 15 gold. So if you put 1 up for like 6 or 7 gold, you may initially lose the listing fee price. But there's a chance that it might sell, because again, we have seen shifts in the market where people come up and just buy a whole bunch to invest in, and again, these will go up in value. There's almost no way they can go down in value. Even if the next box does provide Crest brainstorms, they're not going to be as desirable as the flashy racing kit. There's nothing else in the game that's going to be as desirable as that box that has the Thunderstruck tree in it, so people won't be buying those boxes like crazy, and they won't be flooding the market as bad as they did this time with the Crest brainstorms. So there you go. That's when to sell. Again, you are going to want to get rid of them fairly quickly, because if they bring the box back, the prices are going to go tank again, and you're going to be stuck with hundreds upon hundreds of these Crest brainstorms that you can't really move, and they're not worth that much. They shouldn't ever go below like 1 gold a pop. But still, you want to make money on this, so you don't want to hold on to them too long. Make sure you sell them as soon as these flashy racing kits go away, and try and unload as many as you possibly can. Even if you're not making, 10 times your money like you initially thought you would, you're still going to make a good amount of money if you bought them for like 1 or 2 or 3 gold each, sell them for 5, 7, 8 gold. Still a good amount of money that you made.